What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Nichols YouTube channel. Now, today we're actually back to our daily videos. And if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, Monday is main deck Monday, Tuesday is Rogue Tuesday, Wednesday is Way Back Wednesday, which we look at decks from older formats. Thursday is Expanded Thursday. We look at decks that you play expanded at regionals or just for like league challenge stuff like that. And Friday is Fan Friday. We actually take your suggestions and we play them a deck with it. So I'll get into that Friday. I'll explain how it goes a little bit more. But today for the for week 12, I think that's what it is. We are doing Kyogre, and we haven't really been over this deck before, obviously, since States has started. But now it's a really main deck that you'll see probably anywhere. And this is just a really consistent Kyogre deck. No Victini, no Reshiram that we've seen. I know I showed a video with Mewtwo, but it's just straight Kyogre, and I'll go over a little bit. So basically, you attack with Primal Kyogre. When you attach an energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, you may attach two energies. You may attach another energy card, basically. So you attach like two waters if you want to. You attach like a water DCE if you want to, something like that. It's pretty cool. And then you use Tidal Storm, which does 150, and you move two energies from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. So you can move like two waters or water DCE or just a DC, whichever one you rather choose, and do 30 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which is pretty cool. So you do 150 and 30 to the bench, and then next turn you get double attach, and then bring up like you can license our Pokemon, and then do 150, 30, take 4 prizes. It's a really solid deck. You have Keldeo for the rush in retreat stuff, so that way if you get poisoned in your sleep, you just rush in, then you retreat with the float stone, because float stone does give it free retreat when it's attached to it. We have Kyurem here, because Kyurem has the Blizzard Burn attack, which does 120, and that's for your safeguarders, Sigilyph, Suicune, stuff like that. And then you do play your own 2 Suicune. I really like Suicune a lot. Suicune, like, single-handedly beats Lady Bats. Like, you just go Suicune, Hawlucha can't hit you, Landorus, Lucario can't hit you. The only thing that can hit you is Bats. And then you play Rough Seas to heal them, and then you play 2 Suicunes. Like, it's usually game over. It's really hard for the Bats to handle. When I played this deck in Arkansas, that's all I did against the Bats to win. You play 4 Dive Ball because all your Pokemon are water. Dive Ball, search your deck for water Pokemon. I chose to play Computer Search just so your deck's more consistent. You can discard 2 cards in your hand, search deck for a card. We play 1 energy retrieval, so that way you just put 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. This is just a Kyogre gets knockout, or if you have to discard early with a Juniper or something like that. We do play 2 Professor later to kind of speed up the deck a little bit. Search your deck for 2 basic energy cards, reveal them and put into your hand. Really solid. 4 Verse Seeker to reuse supporters. 2 Colress, 2 Lysander, 4 and 4 Juniper, and then 2 Skyla. I might bump up to 3, but 2 seems fine right now. And then 3 Rough Seas, like I said. Rough Seas is a really good card in this deck. Once during each player's turn, that player may heal 30 damage from each of his or her water Pokemon, which is really sick. You get just like, so like let's say you attack with a Kyogre, and you move a Primal Kyogre, and you move 2 water to another Primal Kyogre, you can just like rush in, retreat to the new one, heal off the bench, and then double attach and attack with that one, move the 2 water to the bench one, and then when they smack to active, you can rush and retreat, double heal again. Now it's healed basically 60 when they smacked you, and the 3 Kyogre Spirit Links, so that way when you evolve your Kyogres, you don't end your turn when you evolve your Primal Kyogres. And we play 3 DC just because the Suicune, like I said, the Aurora Beam. And it's cool because you can attach a water or a DCE to Keldeo. If you're being toad locked, you can just like rush in with a DCE, retreat that way if you need to for some reason, which is pretty cool. But mainly the first Suicune, so you can Aurora Beam, stuff like that. If you need to, you could Giant Whirlpool. Giant Whirlpool will still be able to attack 140 and return 2 waters energies in your hand if you can't get a Primal Kyogre out. But let's see this deck in action and see what happens. Alrighty here, so we're playing against Dark Slayer type Z, playing a Psychic, Steel, and Water. That's a lot of different combinations, so we'll see what happens here. Let's see, what does he start with? He does get to go first. So on Apollyon, Rushing Hammer. Is this Executor? This is Executor. We're in bad shape. Like, Executor is not that bad of a deck. It just depends on how hot I run, is basically the thing. Yeah, we'll draw a card. So Mr. Mime is Scrub. So this is a really good indication that it is a Executor deck. So mostly what happens here. We do get a Dive Ball to search for a Kyogre. And I'm actually going to keep this Rough Seas in my hand so we actually beat the Verbank War if we need to. The only thing that's going to be kind of annoying is this Dragalge. Alright, so we see an Ultra Ball, yeah, we see the Executor go in the discard pile and a Crushing Hammer. But the Dragalge is the only thing that's kind of annoying. If there's a Executor player that doesn't play as Dragalge, you can kind of just rush and retreat with Keldeo anytime you want to. But now with Dragalge, he kind of has to like... Oh, and he gets a heads on the laser. But he can just like drop a Genesect, bring up Keldeo, which is kind of annoying, and do that thing. Like just keep the Keldeo in the active spot with Dragalge. So, I want to see what happens. Here we see a Sycamore. Let's see. So his turns are going to be really long, while mine are going to be really short here in a second. We've seen a Sycamore discarding 2 lasers. Or another laser, sorry. That was the other card in his hand. Here we see an Acrobike. Alright. So what did he discard? The Acrobike. Team Flare Grunt. Alright. And here we see a Battle Compressor. So now he can discard like 2 eggs and another card. I imagine. Maybe all 3 eggs. That could be a good play too. Let's see how many eggs are prized. Hopefully all 4 are prized. That'd be an easy way to win the game. Let's see here. Yeah, 2 Execute and Napoleon. Not a bad decision at all. Now the thing that's going to hurt him is that he did drop this Jirachi, and we can just snipe. Oh, he plays Mr. Mime. Never mind. Silly. So, Mr. Mime will save him for that. So, no snipe damage. We're just going to have to manually pick off these Executors. Here's another Battle Compressor. Alright. Taking a good second to decide what he wants to do. That's fine. Alright. I guess he might like discard like another Execute. And okay, so we see a Verizian, Archies. That's it. Another Acrobike maybe? I think he discarded the Acrobike, yeah. So we do wake up on the sleep flip. We do get a Kyogre, we get a Floatstone. Get the Dive Ball for another Kyogre? I feel that's a good play. Not really sure what to get. And I'm actually going to Colress here just to see what my opponent has. Alright, so we get a Professor Letter. So we get 2 waters in our hand. 1, 2, attach 1 here. We'll retreat to this guy, and we'll just end our turn here. Now it's going to depend what my opponent can do this turn. If he gets an Executor Grass, here we're seeing an Executor. Does he get the Grass Energy or not? Okay, so we see the Grass Energy come down. This game's going to be really hard. I'm not going to lie to you. Not going to lie to you, kids. Now it depends if he has a supporter or not. Let's see what happens here. It doesn't seem like it right now. Alright, we see another Propagate. So since he discarded his Verizian, that's a scary thing to do right here. I'm actually going to rush and retreat and Water Pulse and put him to sleep and see if that can work. Here we see a Genesect, see a Verbank, Sycamore. That is an amazing hand actually. That was a really good hand. So, and now if you get a Skrelp, a Dragalge and a Laser. Dragalge makes it where if your opponent's Pokemon's poisoned, they can't retreat. So my Kyogre kind of be stuck in the active spot. So we'll see what happens. Right now, this blockade is going to do what, 60? Yeah. We're seeing Muscle Bank onto the Genesect. Right. And yeah, so we see a blockade for 60. Alright, so we have a lot of options here. We're going to attach a water here. It just depends on the computer search, what we want to do with it. But here we'll rush in, we will retreat, and we will Water Pulse him to put him asleep and see what happens here. Does he stay asleep or not? Alright, sweet. He stays asleep. So that's what I was saying. That was a big misplay on my opponent, discarding that Verizian. Because we can just Water Pulse. Water Pulse put him asleep. So, guess he didn't see that play coming, but that's okay. Now next time we can computer search this card Suicune and in maybe get a Spirit Link. Here we see a Verseeker. This is going to get a Juniper. Or maybe a T-Flare Grunt. Yeah, T-Flare Grunt seems good too. We just need him to, the longer his Executor stays asleep, the better. Alright, so he does wake up. Here, like I say, we'll just discard the Suicune and the N. And I forgot what I was going to get actually. Oh, a Spirit Link, but now I'm kind of like wanting a Water Energy. Yeah, we'll get a Water Energy. Maybe I shouldn't have played it down. Yeah, we'll get the Water Energy, see what happens. We'll put the Water Energy here. We'll put the Serum down. I'm actually going to Verse Seeker for Colors. Like Colors for 7. Get the Rough Seas. Start the healing. And yeah, we'll Water Pulse once again. See if we can stay asleep. Come on, baby. Dang it. Alright, didn't stay asleep this turn. But next turn we can just attach a DCE and knock out this Executor. So, here we see a Verbank come down. Laser heads. Alright, so we are asleep. Now it depends if it gets a Dragalge this turn or not. Just waiting to see what happens. Now we can Giant Whirlpool next turn to actually do 140 to knock out the Executor. So we see a T-Flare coming down. Alright. Opponent does not want me to attack, basically. Alright, that doesn't matter really. We can just rush in, retreat here, attach another water, and we will Water Pulse, put him sleep, flip tails. There we go, that's what we needed there. Alright. So once again, like I said, I don't really know why he discarded his Verzian. I guess he forgot about Water Pulse. But he can trump card it back later into his deck, but now his bench is kind of full, which is the bad thing here. Here we're seeing Execute, he is realizing, like, I need to play some Pokemon down. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. We see a Plasma Energy bring up somebody. Or is he going to bring up somebody? Who knows? I wouldn't... I don't know. He might just end up attacking with Genesect. Doesn't seem like a bad play. He's going to bring up this Kyogre. Maybe he gets like a Dragalge. Laser. So there's 1, 2, 3 lasers already in the discard pile. Here we see Crush Hammer. Tails. That's what we needed there. We see a Muscle Band going to the Execute. And let's see what else happens. See a Battle Compressor. He only has 8 cards left in his deck too, so he's fixing to have to like spend a turn trump carding. He has 1, 2. He has 2 Verse Seekers in the discard pile already. And he does stay asleep once again. Alright, that's solid. Here we can put another Keldeo down. We're gonna attach a guess we'll attach a DC here. I'm not really sure where to put the stuff at. Like if I had a Spirit Link right now, that'd be really cool. Or a Skyline in the discard. We can actually Skyla for a Spirit Link and then Primal Evolve, but we don't have a Skyline in our hand either. Alright, so we're going to attach a DC here. We're going to be kind of smart. Or play it carefully, I guess. First Seeker for Colors. Get a whole 9 cards in our hand. Really good. Put the Rough Seas down. Heal. We'll put a Spirit Link here. And a Primal Evolve here. Here we'll rush in. Retreat to this guy. And we will Giant Whirlpool for the knockout. And pick up these 2 waters. Okay, I'll try to grab another card. It's like, I want to kill an EX, but I can't. Alright, so here's the Genesect come up to the active spot. Alright. Now the question is, does he have energy? Okay, there's the energy that he needs for the turn. Alright. Like I said, he's going to have to waste a turn blockading. Or trump carding. So. We'll Rough Seas again. Now this is the scary part. I'm actually going to attach 2 waters here. We have a bunch of waters in our hand. We'll attach another one here. Rush in with this one. Play a Dive Ball. Get a Primal Kyogre. And just end our turn. There we go. Now next time we can rush in with this guy. Retreat and double attach. And start that way. And then heal once again. So. Now the question is how many Question Hammers are left in his deck and stuff like that. So we see 1, 2. So he has 2 Question Hammers left in his deck or discard pile. Here we see a golden Enhanced Hammer come down, not a regular golden one. So that's pretty cool. All right. So let's see here. What else does he have? We see another Positive Energy going to this Genesect. Bring up this Primal Kyogre. Wants to do more damage to it. That's fine with me. We will Rough Seas. Double attach here. Come on, computer, don't do this to me. Alright, yes. I was like, what is going on here? Alright, so we'll rush in. Retreat. Do we use Rough Seas? Alright. Here we'll Tidal Storm for the knockout. I don't know why he didn't put another Zekakute down. It seems like a misplay, obviously. Here we two waters onto this guy. And the Mr. Mime is preventing the bench damage, which kind of stinks. We need to waste the time to like Light Center up the Mr. Mime if we can. But it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to. How many waters do we have left on our deck? We have 2 in the discard, 4 out in play. What, 6 left overall. He's going to have to waste a turn here, trump carding. Here we're seeing a Zekakute come down. Here's a Team Flare Grunt. He just loves that card. Is that a second one? I think it's the second one. Alright. We'll put the other Kyogre down, and we'll coerce for a bunch. Alright. Here, Professor Lighter, just in case he gets a Zekatour down. Or something to get rid of it. So we'll rush in, do that, double attach. The computer's being slow again, I'm sorry about that. We'll attach another one. Touch of water. Retreat. Idle Storm for 150, and then 30 to everywhere. But it's not gonna happen because the Mr. Mime. Alright. So my opponent needs to draw into a Verse Seeker. He's only played what, 1, I think? Yeah, there's 1 Verse Seeker, so he has to have 3 left. He's just not drawing into them. Here, a second come down, and we see a victory from my opponent. Just concedes the game. So that's how you beat a Zekatour with this deck. You actually just Water Pulse and hope they go to sleep. I guess my opponent just made the misplay there of actually discarding his Virizion. But once you get the energies rolling, as you see, we have the other Keldeo to rush in, retreat, double attach water, just keep the cycle going, stuff like that. We eventually could have dashed the DC too, because he did, you know. I think the energies were offset just a little bit. I can't really remember right now. But yeah, that's how you beat a Zekatour. Hopefully you like this game. Thanks for watching Main Deck Monday. Like I said, tomorrow's going to be Rogue Tuesday and stuff like that. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty, bye.